15 seconds later, we all done. That's dang near as good as a NASCAR pit stop, ain't it? Hey Andy, I ran out about halfway on that back hill spraying Saturday.
Okay, yeah, I was just looking at the Madison, saw where you ran out. That's where I'm about to start at.
Oh, Andy's been hustling today. We ain't got seed, got everything serviced and everything, and we got moved out here to the field, and while he's waiting on the first load, he had changed the carburetor on my welderator on the service truck because it was just pouring out gas. If I got you and ordered, he got that put on because we might need that air compressor to air up this tire out here. Then after that, went and got a load mixed up in the sprayer to spray behind Kelly, and just got the report from my cotton scout. I've got cotton and dire need of spraying tomorrow. Said it looks terrible, eat up with thrips. But the field that he looked at that said we need to spray is one we sprayed last week. Now he's looking at the rest of it now, but I don't expect the report to be any different on the rest of it, except for the Thrive on cotton. He said there's thrips all over the Thrive on cotton, but there's no damage on the Thrive on cotton. So I guess that gene is working. But in reality, you're only looking at about 70 acres out of my 550 acres that's got the Thrive on that we're probably not going to have to spray tomorrow. That and the 43 acres that we did have to replant, and it's past the point of being damaged by thrips. So now that Andy's got one load hauled, now he's hopping on the sprayer, going back and spraying because we got to get that sprayer run out tonight. We got to go through a full clean out process because of the Valor, and that Valor is one of the hardest things to get cleaned out of the sprayer. Just a whiff of it left in your sprayer will put the whammy on cotton. But we got to do it. But we got to rinse it out with clean water at least 3 times. We got to take strainers out and rinse them. Then we got a solution we got to put in there, a special cleaner just for Valor. We got to put it in there, run it through the system, and then let it sit at least overnight, because it I think it raises the pH of the water and it actually deactivates the chemical. So got to do all of that tonight so it'll be ready to spray tomorrow. And then I guess me and Carter gonna be out here by ourselves trying to get a little weed cut while Kelly and Andy spraying cotton. You know, I just live for the days on the farm where I only have to focus on one thing, instead of focusing on like 5 or 6 different things and juggling them and trying to plan in my head what's the most efficient way to assign tasks to people to get everything done in the most efficient manner. There's very few days where you literally got just one thing you've got to focus on, but it sure is nice when we get those days. I will say that yesterday was Sunday, and there was only one thing I focused on yesterday, and that was resting. I believe that's the first entire day that I have not stepped foot on the farm or done farm work in several months. This old boy was tired at the end of last week. I'm still tired, but yeah, I took a day off. You know, that rained us out early Saturday, even though it messed up my plans, it was actually kind of therapeutic. Got to spend a little more time with Paige and her boyfriend. And we actually, after we got rained out, we actually went into town, had a nice dinner, listened to some music. And that's the first time Kelly and I have had the opportunity to like go out on a Saturday night in like forever, and let me tell you, it felt nice. Then yesterday morning, skipped Sunday school. I got up, cooked a big breakfast for everybody, went to church afterwards, and I went home. I laid on the couch for a couple hours. Then we went to go see a movie, went to go see Fast 10. By the way, I don't recommend it if anybody hadn't seen it. Then came home, watched some more TV. it was a very nice day. And then Monday rolled around, multiple things to do, trying to figure out the most efficient way, and then as usual having wrenches thrown into my plan, like the air leak in my tire. Hey Carter, when I come by, look at this outside tire, see how bad it's squatting, see if I need to check it for air.
After my evaluation, I think you'll be alright, but if I were you, I'd still check it before I went to Jackson. What did you say about your evaluation? Then regarding your concerns.
His expert opinion is that it's okay. I believe him.
Carter's expert opinion. Yeah, no.
Well, he's the one that spotted it to begin with, even after my expert eye looked at it this morning, so yeah, I'm gonna go with him. All right, looks like best one just showed up. Let's
Alright, I got it.
let's do a quick pit stop, see how quickly they can get this tire fixed. "15 seconds later, we all done." That's dang near as good as a NASCAR pit stop, ain't it? Well, we just got done with this farm here. So it's a little after 5 o'clock and I'm about to lose half of my crew to a baseball game. Kelly and Carter gotta go to a game tonight. So our next farm's all the way up in Madison County. So rather than us trying to get moved up there and not really getting much accomplished, I'm gonna go ahead and get the combine blown off and greased. Me and Andy gonna finish up a little bit of planting and spraying. Kelly's not able to get done. Then we gotta do a big clean out on the sprayer, get it ready to go first thing tomorrow morning to spray cotton while me and Carter piddle along try and get some of this weed out. So got started, got everything moved up here to Madison County, and today it's just me and Carter in the wheat field. Kelly and Andy got about 375 acres of cotton to spray. Majority of it for thrips. Got to put some Roundup out to 100 acres of it is something that we sprayed last week for thrips, and it looked like that the chemical didn't do anything to clear the insect problem up. Cotton Scout said that cotton looks like crap. Anyway, we're definitely spraying for thrips at a time that we should not be spraying for thrips. The thrip problem should be long gone by the middle of June, but due to us having to replant, so having cotton later, so having a lot of cotton about a week later than what it normally is, plus these cool temperatures that we've had. I mean, I almost needed a jacket again this morning. I mean, it's never been this cool during wheat harvest that I can remember. And if it's cool enough to need a jacket in the morning, that means the cotton's not growing. And cotton's not growing, all those thrips are doing are just sitting there feeding on it, sucking all the juices and stuff out of it, and just really stunting the cotton crop. So that's right now, getting those thrips sprayed is a higher priority than getting wheat harvested. Tell you what, if this weather don't turn around in a hurry, we're not gonna have a good cotton crop this year. We're already behind the 8 ball due to having to replant, and then these stretches of cool temperatures is just really slowing cotton down. And in a normal year, we just don't have very much margin for error on making a good crop. And this year, I think we've used up every bit of that margin and then some already. But it's too late to go back now and reset it. You know, we got cotton in the ground, we got a lot of money invested in it, so all we can do is do everything we can to make sure we get the maximum yield potential for whatever type of year this year brings. Anyway, we got about 36 acres total on these two farms right here. Me and Carter will try and get them wrapped up today day before he's got baseball tonight. Got another baseball game today, and looks like I'm gonna be the one carrying him to this one because Kelly really needs to stay with Andy trying to get all that spraying done today. So we got a full crew cutting wheat tomorrow. Yeah, Carter sure does load a truck big. What's the weight?
66,400.
Woo! Alright, you ain't got to load it up quite that heavy. Biggest load yet. 1,106 bushels. If you decide to cut some, just finish up that bottom and then get those, work on those other two small fields. Don't go through the tree line to get that last field.
Nope, not turning the camera around. I look dumb today. I'm sorry. There's that. I don't know if you really care about all that. But yeah, that's it. I don't know what else to say other than I'm driving the combine. I mean, here goes a deer. That damn attacked me. So, I just found a baby deer in the wheat, and I picked it up, it started screaming, and so I took it over to the dang side of the tree line, and the mama attacks me. I'm dead serious, Dad.
What do you expect?
Holy, dude, it started running at me, and it actually head-butted me. And now the mom's staring at me, and I put it in the woods.
Get back in the combine when you're safe then.
I am right now, but holy crap, she actually like knocked the wind out of me. Now the mom's just running around the combine in circles.
She's pissed at you.
But I put her baby in the woods. I am not touching another baby deer.
So I told Carter he could go cut some wheat while I unload this truck, and he just called me, said he ran across a baby deer in the field. We hadn't hardly seen any this year. Anyway, he got out and caught it, going to set it in the edge of the woods so he didn't run it over. Apparently Mama was watching him. He said she came out, ran at him, and head-butted him, knocked him on the ground. He said it knocked the breath out of him. I told him, well, he better get it back in that combine where it's safe. He done pissed Mama off. One time we don't have the cameras rolling.
So what happened was, I saw a baby deer. Obviously my instinct, go get it. I got the baby deer, I started walking up the combine, and I look behind me, and there's a mom, there's two of them. One of them just went back in the woods. And the other one started running around the combine. And so I ran to this tree line over here, and as I'm doing that, I look to my left, and here comes a dang outside linebacker deer. I mean, she rams me in the stomach. It actually hurt. I didn't know, it actually hurt. Anyways, I set the baby down, it ran. Long story short, then I came up here, I picked up the camera, and I started recording her running around the combine. And if a baby's crying, a mom will tackle you, I guess. I don't know. I wish I had the GoPro on me. That actually hurt. The baby was peeing on me, but got rammed by a deer today, I guess. That's on my that's on my bucket list.
Well, I tell you what, that 4 or 5 days that we spent overhauling this elevator, man, it has been worth it. This thing is back up and running strong, full capacity. This 8-inch loop system is rated for, I think, 4,000 bushels per hour. It's definitely doing better than that. I'm gonna say it's 4,300 bushels per hour easily. Definitely less than 15 minutes to unload this 1,100 bushel truck right here. And the amp meter staying steady right there, about 37, 38 amps. Yeah, I definitely should have done this probably at least a year ago, if not 2 years ago, when we noticed performance is starting to suffer a little bit. Definitely not gonna wait that long next time. I mean, she'll take everything we can throw at her now. That looks like he got a load cut for me. I don't see no smoke coming out of it. That's always a good sign. Well, we just about done for today. Carter's got to leave for his ball game. I think Kelly's going to carry him. She filled up Andy for the last time, and they really covered some ground today. Got about 375 acres of cotton sprayed, and so I'm going to be out here pretty much by myself. So we're just trying to get the grain buggy and stuff filled up and get a load in my combine, because this is we're just about done with this variety of wheat, 25R40, and I'm saving this for seed. Finally dried down enough that I can put it in the bin and feel comfortable that it's going to be dry enough to save for seed. So get a little bit more cut what we need, about 53,000 pounds. Then I'm going to blow off the combine and hopefully get to Carter's game shortly after it starts. How many pounds is that?
50,500.
All right, need about 3,000 more pounds. Anyway, we've had a lot better day than I thought. Like I said, 375 acres of cotton sprayed. Me and Carter have cut right at 50 acres of wheat today, changed farms, done all that ourselves. Man, we've had a real good day today. We got about 96 acres left on this farm tomorrow, plus we got variety plots to cut at 1 o'clock. It's gonna be kind of a stretch to get this done tomorrow. We sure are gonna try. We're gonna have a full crew out here. Kelly's gonna be back on the planter. I'm plenty far enough ahead of her. She can run good without worrying about catching up to me. Well, there's Kelly. She just showed up. Well, anyway, I'm gonna get a few more bushels cut, get this thing blown off, call it a day. See you back here in the morning. My, how the weather has changed. Our 0 chance of rain today is looking a little closer to 100 than a 0. There's a big patch of rain just off to our west. Hopefully it makes it here before it breaks up. Lord knows we could sure use some rain. There's already a couple little sprinkles on my glass. Anyway, we got our seed wheat hauled off and in the bin before it got rained on, thank goodness. So we're just gonna do a little cutting and pray that the rain gets here. There have been very few times that I've been happy to be rained out of wheat harvest, but this year will definitely be one if we do in fact get rained out. That's where it's coming from. Looking pretty good. Well, that looks like it might be all she wrote for today, is to get this in the truck and get it tarped as quick as you can.
Alright, does it say there's going to be any, I was just looking at my radar, it didn't look too promising. Does it say there's going to be any sunshine anytime today, or is it going to keep raining for the rest of the week?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, and I guess our guess is as good as the meteorologist too.
Ain't that the truth? Guess I go sit down in the shop and think about what needs to be done down there. I don't, unless this blows through and sun and wind comes back out, there ain't gonna be no more wheat cutting today. Hey, that's just fine with me though, as long as we get, you know, at least a half to an inch of rain out of this.